Hey, welcome back to Three Dudes, One Mic. Here's another short for you. Coming at you live, Steven. I've got Mike to my right Mike, and I've got Johnny Boy.
Lefty John.
All right, Lefty John. All right. So uh, we had a little mishap a minute ago, and Mike kind of jumped the gun and was talking about extreme places to wind up. He decided that hell would probably be one of the more extreme places. I kind of was like, all right, well, we should probably keep it in the confines of like the earthly realm. So aside from hell, which I'm sure is extreme, right? We're going to go ahead and keep it on a level. So the level is Earth, and I'm going to go ahead and just throw it out there. Look, there's a lot of extreme places to be on the Earth. Mankind wouldn't deem these places extreme by the word extreme unless they were extremely extreme, right? So really cold, really hot, really humid, whether it's insects, animals, climate, blah, 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 right? Okay, so that being said, I'm going to throw my first one out there. I'm going to tell you right now, because we kind of talked about this a little bit, but I'm still going to have to go with the Outback, the Australian Outback. To me, the Australian Outback is pretty gnarly, and I just think about the climate, the heat. I think about like the general weather, and really I think about all the crazy critters that roam around Australia, right? Especially in the outback, and the fact that that's the likelihood you're going to run into anybody that can help you, unless it's an Aborigine who lives there, is going to laugh at you anyway and watch you die. You're kind of screwed, and that's kind of like the short version of it. But I don't know what y'all think about Australia, but I like it, but I think it also would suck
because
to be in Australia.
there's a good portion of like the inner part, isn't there? That's like nobody lives there. Isn't it more of on the outskirts of Australia?
Right, they live like on the coastal areas, yeah. Which, suffer like crazy great white shark attacks like more than anywhere else on Earth, and that's like where like popular surfing is. The Australians invented surfing. No, oh, screw that shark, And I'm like, look, y'all can handle the shark. I don't want to get knocked out by a joey in the middle of the night, okay? And then wake up next to a wombat. What the hell is a wombat? And y'all are telling me like, hey, it was just a wombat. Look, I'm over it. Look, he looks harmless, but if he attacks me, I'm gonna knock him out and I'm gonna punt him across the river. All right, Mike.
I'd have to go with the Arctic. I want the cold weather.
Why?
Why? Because I like cold weather. The coldness, you can put enough clothes on, or you can start a fire. You can do enough stuff to adapt to your surroundings. The only thing you have to worry about is obviously the extreme cold, maybe some bears, a couple little animals, but nothing major.
No, man. See, as much as I just hated on Australia, I'd rather live in Australia than there.
I'd rather be there with the.
You'd be bundled up living in an igloo the rest of your life.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I'd rather get drunk with an Aborigine, bro.
I'd rather get drunk by myself.
I mean, look, they got some crazy psychedelics, man. I might get a really good batch one time and find myself perpetually living in the world of Crocodile Dundee with Paul Hogan.
Yeah.
So there's that possibility.
There is a possibility.
Instead of wrestling with a polar bear.
What's wrong with the polar bear? You got seals and polar bears and
killer whales
and
crazy ice fishing holes that you might fall into, and
you got Eskimos running around probably still. And
yeah, I mean they'll probably leave you alone.
Yeah.
What about you, John?
So, well, just to go off of Mike's thing, dude, the Arctic is cold, but Antarctica.
Okay, well there you go.
At the Russian Vostok station in 1983, it was they detected the surface temperature at negative 136 degrees
Right.
Fahrenheit.
So
sounds good to me.
no, okay.
So you would
So you'd rather live there and chance that
you wouldn't even last probably 5 minutes out there, even highly,
But as long as you build you a structure, you can make it work.
Bro, if you peed outside, your insides would have an icicle shoot up through your pee-pee.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're not surviving that.
No, man. I mean, at least in like the Australian outback, like I might have a chance of like peeing on a giant anteater to get away.
Okay, you
So
say
think
you,
about-
you say you're not living in that.
Oh, well,
How do all these scientists have all this stuff in Antarctica where it's
Well,
really
the
really
satellites,
cold?
Because
you
they
know, the
live in a
ones that have-
building, Mike.
Well, there you go.
Oh, all right. John, you're either going to live or not live in an extreme place. What would it be? Whether you live there or you don't live there.
the Amazon jungle.
Would you live there or not live there?
I probably wouldn't.
I think I would actually still would rather live in Australia than the Amazon.
Well, just because there's probably species that aren't even discovered yet.
Yeah, I saw arachnophobia at the beginning. Screw that.
I mean, you got the upper canopy, you got the lower canopy, and you got the mid canopy. So all
Nah,
of those
dude.
have something.
I think about places like the Amazon, and I think of like the only place on Earth where like fungus actually like gets up and walks around at night. No, I'm not having it, dude.
You mean like when they take over the insects, like a zombie insect?
Yeah, like cordyceps, like screw
Yeah.
that. Yeah, man. No, that's the kind of stuff you're gonna find there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't live there. I mean, I wouldn't
Imagine
even step 5 feet in because I'd probably get lost.
You know what would freak me out too? Dude, like the fact that there's like quarter-sized mosquitoes out there, like you can actually look at the eyes of a mosquito, that's how big they are. Not happening. Not happening. Ain't gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Mosquitoes are a no-no.
Actually, you know what? There's another one. And I was watching a documentary on it last night. It was the Mariana Trench. That's an extreme environment.
Hmm.
Okay, bro, but we're not living under the ocean, but
Yeah, but you think about it, we've only explored 5% of
oh
the
yeah,
ocean.
man. Yeah. It's
And-
less
and, I
explored
mean,
than space, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We know more about Mars than we do our oceans.
Yeah.
That's even scarier than any one of our locations.
Well, I will say this much, as far as any of those locations we listed, you got to have some big brass balls to be an explorer to even like decide, hey, I know we can't technically go down to the bottom of the trench, but we can get halfway. Why would you go halfway, bro? Why are you even going down there?
No, you can. It's submersible.
They already went down all the way to the bottom. Oh, I thought they were
It's
still
called
doing
Challenger Deep.
with people in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were still doing
No,
spinning.
actually, I think James Cameron did.
Oh, okay. Well, shows what I know, but why would you do that, bro?
No, it's
Okay,
like
y'all, look.
about 7 miles down.
Yeah, we're not doing it, man. Look,
I don't think they
I
did.
saw a graph where they turned Mount Everest upside down and stuck it inside the Mariana
it's
Trench,
still-
and it didn't even reach the bottom. So why would you go down in a submersible? I wouldn't. Dude, I'm claustrophobic because
You
enough
wait
is
a minute,
enough.
that thing.
I can't. I'm
Squeezing you to
claustrophobic.
death, yeah.
No. See, like I couldn't live in the extreme cold when I have to live inside a building like I'm on the movie set of the freaking John Carpenter's thing. I can't do it, man. And live there month to month with a bunch of dudes. You already know that's not a good setup.
No.
Right. I'm not having it. But I would rather flail against a Joey trying to kick my ass in Australia, knowing that at least there's a chance that I could run away, maybe pray to the Aboriginal God, can I hop on your boat? Or so he'll be like, sure, mate. And then he's going to drive me up to Queensland. I'm going to hop on a boat and evade a bunch of great white sharks, kick a surfer into there as the bait for me to get away, wind up back in America, all the way down to Texas and say, I'm so sorry I left you, the Lone Star State. You still suck sometimes, but I'd rather live for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just where my brain.